Our final and probably most unique part of the journey takes us from Barnstaple to Ilfracombe, but this movie footage from the archives of Victor Thompson dates back to 1898 and surely ranks as some of the earliest moving images available. It appears that a brave 19th century cinematographer with hand-turned camera stood on the front of the train to capture the images you are watching. Let's therefore travel back almost 100 years and experience a journey into the past, even more impressive than a cab's eye view. And as we go, we can stop and, bridging almost 100 years of time, take a brief look at how things looked in 1996. As the train moved north from the junction, it crossed the old tall bridge. The design of this structure was strongly criticised by residents for its apparent ugliness, and only a few tears were shed when it was finally demolished in 1977. The line then ran parallel to Barnstaple Quay Station, closed in 1898 and later converted to a bus depot. Further upline, Barnstaple Town Station opened in May of 1898 as a result of the inauguration of the Linton and Barnstaple Railway. Was built to replace the Quay Station, which was too small and geographically ill situated to cope with the new L&BR. The station today is unused, whilst the old signal box was converted by the Linton and Barnstaple Railway Society into an impressive museum and bookshop in 1992. The site has all the welcome views of preservation, at least of buildings if not track. Whilst this station could have been more usefully retained as the terminus of the line from Exeter, it was boarded up and closed despite its proximity to the business centre and bus station. The Linton-Barnstaple narrow gauge line had just opened on that very day, but not a glimpse of it over here on the right. Our own standard gauge line goes off right to the exchange sidings. The train approached Pottington's signal box on the swing bridge, controlling access to Rolls Quay siding. The presence of our cameraman on the front of the train appeared to irritate the signalman at the time. Get off! The train now approached Braunton by way of Braunton Burrows, a nature reserve, then along the west bank of the River Cairn to join the line at the old level crossing at Velator, about half a mile from Braunton station. This, it's hard to believe, was the railroad out of Braunton to Ilfracombe. Once the old crossing gates held up queues of holiday cars bound for Saunton. Now this road signal does the same thing. The station master's house is now a newsagent's, and the goods shed is a youth club. And in its day, Braunton was a very busy station with almost 50,000 ticket collections in 1928. And it was here that additional engines were attached to heavy trains to give added power for the long climb to Morthoe. Today, the old station building is also used as a countryside and health centre. The only other station on this line of track used to be Rafton, where today the buildings are a private dwelling house, but retaining a number of relics, such as the nameboard, electric lights and signals. 2 miles towards Ilfracombe is the old crossing keeper's cottage at Stonybridge. It was one of the 3 road crossings between here and Coombe. Although they controlled very minor roads with a minimum of traffic, they added heavy running expenses which all helped to close the line.